Are you familiar with the Chatelier's principle? What are your thoughts when you hear the word equilibrium? Balance and equal? That's right! Equilibrium is a state in which opposing forces or influences are balanced. In chemistry, chemical equilibrium is defined as a dynamic state in which the concentration of all reactants remain constant. They may not be equal, but they are not changing.
The idea of equilibrium starts straightforwardly enough. The generic chemical equation is reactants to products, or A plus B to C plus D.
Some reactions are reversible. This is what you call the dynamic equilibrium. Still, on the subject of equilibrium, it's worth being clear about the concept involved in the Chatelier's principle.
Henry Le Chatelier's principle states that if a dynamic equilibrium is disturbed by changing the conditions, the position of equilibrium shifts to counteract the change to re-establish an equilibrium. If a chemical reaction is at equilibrium and experiences a change in pressure, temperature, or concentration of products or reactants, the equilibrium shifts in the opposite direction to offset the change. According to Le Chatelier, in increasing a concentration, the position of equilibrium moves to the right if you increase the concentration of A. In the opposite case, if the concentration of A is decreased, the position of equilibrium moves to the left if you decrease the concentration of A. Terms about pressure: if the pressure is increased, the position of equilibrium moves to the right if you increase the pressure on the reaction. In decreasing the pressure, the equilibrium will move in such a way that the pressure increases again. The position of equilibrium moves to the left if you decrease the pressure on the reaction. Increasing the temperature of a system in a dynamic equilibrium favors the endothermic reaction. The system counteracts the change by absorbing the extra heat, while decreasing the temperature of a system in a dynamic equilibrium favors the exothermic reaction, where the system counteracts the change by producing more heat.
A classic example of the practical use of the Le Chatelier's principle is the Haber-Bosch process for the synthesis of ammonia, in which the balance between low temperature and high pressure must be found. Now you know Le Chatelier's principle and what is dynamic equilibrium. This is Jonas Yalamban saying that everything tends to equilibrium and balance. I hope you learned something new today. Bye!